Hi, my name is Daniel Kamdisinoshley. You're welcome to today's training program. We are going to do something very simple and practical. Here on the screen, you can see that these are raw data, raw figures from January to April 2012. This is the raw data from a live company we are going to use to learn how to do reconciliation, how to prepare our trial balance, our financial statement, etc., etc. So welcome to the program. We are going to start with our strategic cash book. It's going to be very simple, so just watch carefully. Open a new Excel sheet. I'm going to number them, rename the sheets. January, we have February, we have here March, we have here April. After that, we will have here ACC. We can have here fixed assets. We can have here notes. We can have here JVs. We can have here statement, income statement. We can have in this cell statement, financial position, FP, main financial position, and we can have here statement of cash flow, CF. Very simple. Let's begin with the strategic cash book. Well, on this bank statement, see the bank's name is UBA. The client, the name of the company we are preparing the account for is called AGA Limited. So we are going to start with our strategic cash book by putting here client. The name of the client is AGA Limited. Then we have here title. What are we preparing? Preparing our cash book. Then we will have in the last column period. Period is simple, January. Now, after that we'll have our date here, our description. We can now have our reference. We'll have amount here. Then let's expand this side of the sheet. Watch carefully. I'm highlighting a portion up to N, then I'll bring it down to 45. Then I change the format to accounting by clicking on the comma style there. I'll change it nicely. Now, let's model our strategic cash book. Let's put a total line here on 23. Very simple, but let's use some simple figures to build it first. So let's put some 1252 there. On 25, now 23, we have our total line there nicely. Build it. Then I will drag to N. Very simple. Now this whole side is the credit side of the cash book. Our payment side of the cash book. We have here credit side of the cash book. You know, the cash book have two sides, the debit and the credit. So we have our credit. Now let's have our debit side here. Change this to debit. Let's bold it nicely. Now we are building. Let's bold everything in this cell very nicely. Now let's build the carry forward balance, carry forward. Then we can have a total line here. Very simple. Now let's bold this and give it a different nice color. Let's use the color green. Then now let's come to the receipt side or the debit side of our cash book. Let's come down to here. So we having our debit side there. So we will have here receipts or deposits. Here. We have date here. Same way. Then we have amount here. We can have reference here. Just last we did for the credit side. We bold everything nicely. And then this column, let's have income stroke revenue stroke sales. Revenue in there. Very simple. Great. Okay, now let's assume that we have 10 here. Let's come down to here. Now we are building our debit side of the cash book. Hold this one too. We drag here. Very simple. And let's have our balance brought forward. Balance BF nicely here. Total here. Very simple. Great. So then our total is going to be our total receipt for the debit side plus our balance brought forward. Very simple. Now, for our cash book to balance, the credit side must be equal to the debit side. So what we are going to do is simple. We're going to pick the total for the debit and make it equal to the total of the credit side. Very simple. Now, to know our balance carry forward is very simple. It is our total payment for the period minus our total receipts or our total debit. Very simple. We have a figure of 42 there. It's very, very simple. Sorry. That's yes. Very simple. So these are just figures I use, raw figures I use to prepare our cash book. So we have a balance brought forward, which we don't know yet. Color it green. Our carry forward balance, which will be carried to the next month, which we don't also know yet. Now let's get to business. Let's clear these figures because they are just figures we used. Let's clear these figures. Now we build our strategic cash book. Very simple for January. We are going to do is we are going to copy the same thing nicely very simple. We copy, we go to February, we paste, then we change the period to February. Very simple. However, our balance brought forward, watch carefully, for February will be our carry forward for January. So we put equal to sign, we go to January, then we pick the carry forward for January. That will be the brought forward for February. Very simple. The format is there, the formula is actually built. So there's nothing to change here. Now we pick the same thing, we go to March. Very simple. Copy, come to March, we paste, we change to March. Then we reverse. Our brought forward will be the balance carry forward for February. So we go, pick it from February as our balance carry forward. That becomes our balance brought forward for March. Very simple. We go, we pick again, pick everything nicely, and we go to April. We put it there, we change the period to April. Then our carry forward, our brought forward for April will be our carry forward for March. So we go to March, and then we put it on the carry forward balance. Very simple. We built our strategic cash book. Now, let's go to the raw data and pick the figures for January. And let's start preparing our cash book. Now, so we have raw data here. For January, this is the raw data. So I'll just highlight all of them, pick them, go to our strategic cash book and paste. Very simple. The moment I paste, you can see that the total has come immediately. The total payment for the period is 63,402.52. Everything has appeared. This is just a daily transaction that has been recorded. So we are going to now post the transactions. First transaction is track repairs. We copy and put here. We have vehicle. You can have it as vehicle running or vehicle repairs or repairs and maintenance, depending upon how we want to call it. Let's just have repairs and maintenance instead. Repairs and maintenance. Let's shorten it. Very simple. Very simple. The moment I posted it, the total for the repairs and maintenance is also down. Then I have the second one, purchase of vehicle. So copy and paste and put here motor vehicle. Motor vehicle, very simple. Then the next one are prof consult. Pick consultancy. Then I pick, and it's from January 26th to 27. So I pick the figures and paste them there. And we make it visible. Very simple. The next one is TMA stickers on 21 tracks. I have to open another account, registration and licensing. So let's shorten it here. Open it up. Next transaction, IRS VIT stickers for 26 tracks. Another registration and licensing. Put it here. DVLA for car registration, another registration and licensing. Pick it there. Then water and electricity. And copy, paste. I type water and electricity. Okay, let's clean it up. The next transaction is car repairs again, repairs and maintenance. I put it there nicely. Finish posting the transaction within a very short period. Now, let's confirm if all the transactions I've posted are correct. To do that, all I have to do is to put my cursor on any of the figures. I highlight them. Then you can see that here where the mouse is, you can see the total figure is there, 563,402.52, the same as the total figure here. Therefore, our cash book has all the transactions have been posted correctly. Simply done. Now, let's go to our bank statement and start our reconciliation. Now, on our bank statement, on 1st of January, we have a balance brought forward. I put it critically here. Reference balance BF. The amount is 254.41. So I'm going to go into our cash book, and then we are going to record it there as balance brought forward 254.41. Very simple. Now, at the moment I enter the brought forward figure, the total for the debit side is 254.41. The same figure has come to the credit side total. Very simple. Let's move on to the next transaction in the bank. It's colored, so let's color it. Let's change it. Let's use another color. Let's use a violet color here. Let's use this color that we have seen it. So we've colored it so that we'll not record it twice. Now the next transaction is transfer. It's a deposit. In the bank statement, you can see that the figure there is 6,600. It's on the debit or deposit side of the cash book. So we go there. We have here transfer. Reference.